Hello, today I'm sharing 7 new makeup products that have really impressed me. I've been loving them and think you will too. I've tested a lot of makeup lately and have far too many products to fit into my end of month favorites and fails video. Spoiler alert, there are a lot of fails going in that video this month. So I figured I would just separate these into a separate video. One is a foundation I've been asked about a lot, and since my next foundation roundup might not be going up for another couple weeks, I thought I'd give you a summary here in this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into these new makeup products that I think are absolutely worth the money. These first few products are available at Sephora at Kohl's, and this is your friendly reminder that you can earn both Sephora Beauty Insider points and Kohl's rewards when you shop Sephora products at Kohl's. And they're having some really big Memorial Day events going on right now that end tomorrow, May 27th. So I'm partnering with Kohl's for this portion of today's video to share more about that with you. When you shop site-wide, you can take $10 off purchases of $25 or more. And they're also having a Sephora at Kohl's Memorial Day sale where you can save up to 50% on hundreds of beauty products, including one of my favorite foundations of all time, which I just put in my best full coverage foundations for mature skin video. I have foundations at all price points for all skin types in that video. If you haven't seen it, I'll have it linked up in the corner and down in my description box, along with all the products I'm sharing and wearing today. But this has been a favorite of mine for a long time, and it is included along with one of my favorite powder foundations, the Fenty powder foundation, and a ton of other really great products. So I'll have that sale page linked for you down below too, in case you want to check out everything that's on sale at Sephora at Kohl's in one shot. Speaking of Fenty foundations, we have the new Fenty Soft Lit foundation that you've been asking me about. Now my full detailed review with application and wear test will be going up, so stay tuned, but I've been testing it. I have my full thoughts to summarize here for you. So I ordered this from Sephora at Kohl's in shade 230, which is the same shade I have in Pro Filter. It matches me nicely. This is supposed to give a golden hour glow in a bottle. I find it applies quickly and easily and gives me medium coverage with a very smooth, glassy look to my skin before setting. Now, after setting my face with translucent powder and finishing my makeup, I find it to give me this softly diffused, airbrushed radiance, but without the sheen or glimmer that the Makeup by Mario foundation has, for example. It looks really soft and pretty and has the right level of radiance for me with my combination skin that's normal around the perimeter and can be dry, but that gets some shine and oil breakthrough in my T-zone. I do, however, get shine breakthrough with this pretty frequently during the day when I don't wear a primer, but it doesn't feel heavy or greasy. It stays feeling lightweight and it doesn't settle into my lines or break down. My makeup stays looking good. Now, when I apply this over a really nice mattifying primer, and I'm going to share a new one today, I don't need to blot quite as frequently, but I still do need to. This is a bit too glowy for me with the amount of shine that I get in my T-zone in my shine prone areas, but I think if you have normal to dry skin, this is going to be a really beautiful, radiant foundation for you, and that's why I wanted to put it in this video. I have, though, been loving mixing these two together. Usually my ratio is around 2/3 or 3/4 Pro Filter, with the rest being soft lit, and it just gives me the best of both worlds. It ups the level of coverage of soft lit a bit. It's ultra smoothing. It's not too matte. It's not too radiant. I don't have to blot much, and it lasts beautifully throughout the day. So if Pro Filter was maybe a little bit too matte for you, or maybe you want something with a little more radiance that's still going to last a long time and smooth your pores, try mixing it with soft lit. I think the combo is great, and I think soft lit is beautiful on its own for those of you with normal to dry skin. This Sephora Collection contour stick is such a great launch. I've been so impressed with it. A lot of contour sticks or just stick makeup products in general can lift makeup underneath very easily if you apply them directly to your skin, or even if you don't, even if you dip your brush in and then apply the product to your skin. They're so creamy that they lift what's underneath them, or they set down too quickly. They don't give you enough time to blend, or if they're creamy enough to blend easily effectively and quickly, sometimes they stay too tacky, too sticky. So the first thing that's great is the shades they created. They created 4 shades for different levels of skin tones. I have light medium. You could see how easily that just swiped on. And these shades were created to give the illusion of a natural shadow, a natural contour on your face, which has a cooler undertone than a bronzer. When you contour, you need a cooler, sort of a gray undertone. And the shade that I have, light medium, it looks warmer here than it actually looks when it's applied. It's a great shade. It's creamy and blends out easily. They say it's a cream to powder formula, which sometimes can set down pretty quickly, but it doesn't. It gives me plenty of time to work with it, and it doesn't stay sticky or tacky or lift my makeup underneath as I'm applying it. It's just a really great little product at a great price. What is it, $14? There are some really great Sephora collection products that are budget friendly, and this is one of them. Actually, the lip that I have on is Sephora collection. It's the About That Shine Lacquer lipstick in 01 Magnetic Wave. I've already shared this in another video, but it is what I'm wearing, so I thought I would just go ahead and share it. I think it's $16. It's pigmented, comfortable, hydrating, and lasts a decent amount of time. I've been filming for a while. I did some things before this video, and I haven't had to reapply it. It's flattering and smoothing, and the shine is really nice too. I already shared the blush I'm wearing in another video, but I have to share it in this one because it has been worth every penny I spent on it because it's so easy to use, and I keep reaching for it. I think it's so flattering. This is the new BareMinerals Complexion Rescue Bronzer. There are 5 shades. The shade I have is Kiss of Pink. It's a vegan, cruelty-free, and talc-free gel cream formula with a really creamy texture that gives the glowy look of a bronzer plus the flush of a blush all in one, and it applies beautifully no matter if I'm applying it directly over my skin, over foundation, or over powder. They say it's designed to give a luminous finish that mimics your skin's natural radiance after a day in the sun, and I feel like that's exactly what I get from this shade on my light medium skin tone. I apply this sometimes with my fingertips, sometimes with a brush or a sponge. It applies easily no matter how I apply it, but every time I've applied it to the back of my hand first, after I've finished blending it out and I go to wipe it off with a tissue, I always need a makeup wipe. It lasts on your skin. And I feel like it gives that natural glowy luminous look from being in the sun. This is really pretty, and I see myself getting at least another shade. 2 drugstore brands launched eyeshadow sticks recently, and I tried both this month. So these from Covergirl are in this video, and the others are going to be in my monthly favorites and fails as fails. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not already, if you enjoy thorough reviews and not just first impressions. These are the Covergirl Clean Color eyeshadow sticks. I have 3 shades: Dreamy Pink, Bronze Glow, and Icy Frost. All 3 are on my eyes right now. These have a sheen to them, as you can see, which can be tricky if you are over 40 or if you have some texture to your eyelids. But what I love about these is that they swipe on smoothly without tugging or pulling on my eyelids, and they don't set down so quickly that I don't have time to blend out the edges either with my finger or a brush. So today I applied Bronze Glow to my eyelid, and I think on one eye I blended it out and then decided I was going to apply Dreamy Pink above it in my crease and transition area, and I blended out those edges, and then I applied Icy Frost to my inner corner. It's a really, really beautiful eye brightening white shade with shimmer. Sometimes shades like that can apply a little bit patchy, especially if you've already set that area with powder like I did today, but this is very smooth and pretty. And another thing that I love is that once these set down, they don't shrivel up your eyelids and make them look or feel all dry and crinkly. And they look really pretty all day long, and they don't crease on me unless it's really humid, and that's when I apply them over an eyeshadow primer, and when I do that, they don't crease. Sometimes eyeshadow sticks that apply beautifully by themselves look a bit dry over eyeshadow primer. I haven't had that issue with these. These are some of the best eyeshadow sticks from the drugstore that I've tried. I've really been enjoying them, and I'm very, very picky about my one and done type eyeshadows, my swipe on, blend out and go type eye products. These are good. Let's go ahead and talk about another drugstore product before we get into a product that's actually launching tomorrow, May 27th, that I am so excited about. So this is the Flower Beauty Gloss Crush Lip Serum in the shade Amber Crush. It's basically a tinted lip oil. I know they're calling it a lip serum, but it's a lip oil. It has a slight sweet scent to it and a nice sized soft doe foot. And I wanted to show you what it looks like over my bare lips. I like the amount of pigment that I get from this, and it is so comfortable, hydrating and conditioning. Everything you want in a lip oil. It's not sticky, it's not too runny. It has apricot, raspberry seed, and avocado oils. And I find that even when it wears away, my lips still feel good, which isn't always the case with lip oils. This is a really nice drugstore launch. I've worn this alone, over lip liner, over lipstick, and I love the way it looks, the way it feels, everything about it. I think this is a fantastic drugstore makeup launch that I haven't heard much about, and it has been worth every penny. It's definitely worth picking up. As someone who gets shine breakthrough in my T-zone but doesn't like to look overly matte or feel dry, Milk Makeup's Pore Eclipse line has been fantastic for me. The primer, setting spray, and the powder. I like all of those products, and they're launching a new one tomorrow, May 27th, that I've been testing and playing around with. This is the Pore Eclipse Non-Comedogenic Mattifying and Blurring Primer Stick. It has kind of a long name. It's supposed to blur pores, control shine, lock your makeup in for up to 16 hours, and give you a soft focus matte finish in the process. It's 98% natural, vegan, and cruelty-free. So you can use this under makeup as a primer and a shine oil absorber controller, and you can also touch up with it during the day. The center core has lentil extract and charcoal to absorb oil and control shine, and the outer core has niacinamide and bakuchiol to help minimize the look of pores and fine lines and smooth skin texture, and it also has tea tree oil to help tone and smooth your skin. I've tested this out with several foundations of different types, some that give me shine during the day but that I would otherwise love. I've tried it with House Labs, Estee Lauder Double Wear, the new Fenty Soft Lit that we talked about earlier, to name a few. I applied the stick directly to my skin, to my shine prone areas, and then just blend out the edges with my fingers. Sometimes with stick products like that, especially if you're not applying them to every area of your face, your foundation can apply differently to that area versus the other areas of your face. That doesn't happen with this. My foundations have all applied beautifully with this. It blurs my pores and does give me more shine and oil control during the day, and also of course keeps my makeup intact. Now, if you want to use this to blot with or to touch up with during the day, they actually say to prevent your makeup from being disturbed, not to press this or swipe the stick directly on your face, but to instead swipe your fingers into the product and then tap them on your face. I find I need to use very, very light pressure to not disturb my makeup when I'm touching up with it, and it softly mattifies for a brief period of time. I usually end up with some traces of makeup here, just like you would with translucent powder if you were touching up with that. It's okay to blot with. It's not my favorite. I love it as a primer though. It also feels lightweight. I don't feel anything on my skin. Nothing feels dry and tight at all. I'm really excited about this launch again tomorrow, May 27th. I see myself using this quite a bit in these warmer months. I topped over my existing lip shade with one of the new Too Faced Hangover Pillow Lip Balm shades. They expanded this line, so this isn't a brand new product, but a shade expansion that I wanted to let you know about because I fell in love with this line the first time I ever tried it, and I'm really loving the two tinted shades and will be reaching for these a ton. So the shade I just applied is Cranberry Crush, and here's what it looks like on my bare lips, and we also have Pink Mint and Very Vanilla. These have avocado oil and shea butter. They feel so comforting and hydrating on your lips and have a kind of a cooling sensation to them. My lips just always feel so good when I wear these, but what I really love is how they smell and taste. It's basically the fruit or the scent that's mentioned in the name. So cranberry, Cranberry Crush, Pink Mint. This one is kind of like peppermint, and then of course Very Vanilla, which is a little too clear sparkly for me, but some people might like this as a lip topper, but I am loving both of these shades. Cranberry Crush is great on its own or over other lip products. I do like putting just a natural lip liner under Pink Mint because my lips have a natural border around them, so I like to fill in my lips. But I'm loving this shade expansion. Wanted to let you know about it. I will be reaching for these a lot. So if you love this line like I do, and I know a lot of you do, these are some new fun scents, tastes for you to choose from. I've started my Top Foundations for Mature Skin series. You can see the first video here, and be sure to subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss any future uploads. I hope you enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.